Finally, it arrived at my house, the Lunar Remastered Collection. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while now, since they announced it, because there is a bit of a backstory with this, and for people in Europe here, for example. Let's go into a bit of the history of the game and into what this collection actually is. So this is Lunar Remastered. This is the European copy. Luckily, unlike the US, we did, for a change of pace, not get screwed on a physical release. We can get it just as a normal release. In the US, it was Amazon exclusive and you couldn't pre-order. There were a lot of whole of shenanigans going on. You get the game card, which is in my Switch, and reversible cover for Lunar 1 and Lunar 2, whichever you prefer. And like a little warranty card in here. Yeah, for some reason they screwed over American fans, but hey, at least they didn't go with limited run games. Am I right, guys? So we in Europe, for a change of pace, we didn't get screwed over with Lunar, because Lunar, if those who don't know, is a Mega CD game which released in Japan, then got localized by Working Designs for North America, and then never got a European release, neither Lunar 1 nor Lunar 2. Then both games got ported to the Saturn, which were only released in Japan. That Saturn port got ported to the PlayStation 1, which then got a release in North America, again by Working Designs, Lunar 1 and Lunar 2, that never came to Europe. After that, Lunar 1 got ported to the GBA, which was Lunar Legends, that never got a localization to Europe, only in the US and Japan. And then, for the first time, that Europe got a copy, which was way back then, Lunar Silver Star Harmony. Ironically enough, I have the imported North American version, not the European one. This remake for the PSP was the first time that European fans actually got to play this game without having to import it. I had this game back on my PSP. I got it because I've heard so many great things about Lunar, and I wanted to give it a try, and back then I couldn't really get into it. This is a complete remake. This is not a port of any previous version. According to fans, like, they were not the biggest fan of a lot of the changes they made to this version. And when I played it, I don't know, I didn't get into it. Like, I played a couple of hours and then didn't continue. So that was my experience with Lunar. And to this day, I once tried the Mega CD version, but after that, only for a couple of hours. But after that, there wasn't a lot going on with Lunar in general. And now we are having Gung Ho making a remake, a port of the PlayStation 1 versions of these games. So let's get into it. You start the game, you actually have Lunar 1 and 2 in both an original classic mode and a remastered mode. Basic classic mode plays the game in 4:3 without any visual enhancements and so on. I think even the video files, maybe the original PS1 version, I'm not so sure about it. The remastered one's in 16:9 with a lot of the additional upgrades that we expect nowadays. Some visual upgrades, higher resolution, and so on. Lunar 2, by the way, which got a Mega CD version and the PS1 version, and then no version at all after that, never got a European release before this. So very excited. First time we can officially play Lunar 2. I have not played it yet. I've played Lunar. I've started Lunar in the remastered mode. And let's take a quick look here. I should be in some cave. It starts with the original opening, 4:3, that was in the Mega CD version, that was in the PlayStation 1 version, that was even reused in the PSP version. Now, it doesn't look like they have access to the original source material. The video looks very good, and especially if you compare to the original PlayStation 1 version, which had a lot of compression artifacts and sound issues and so on. It looks very clean. Here, when you look very closely, it looks like they use some sort of DNR on there, so digital noise reduction, to get the noise down. You can see that in the very thick and washed out outlines. But overall, I think they did a very good job here. They may have even redrawn some of the scenes, or at least fixed some of the problems of the original release by hand. but I'm not so sure about it. Like, I'm not a video expert, but it looks like some digital noise reduction alongside maybe AI or hand improvements. Now we have the opening scene here, but there are also many different FMVs within the game that I will talk about a little bit later as well. You may hear it in the background. I don't have the audio too loud here, but we have a new dub for this version. The original Mega CD and PlayStation 1 version had a dub by Working Designs. They worked on it. Now, for some reason, they didn't get the rights to the original localization and the original voice acting here. So it's completely retranslated and the voice acting is redone. So fans of the original version will be sadly missing out on the original voice acting. However, this one, when you listen to it, maybe you heard it in the song here, it's very true to the spirits of early video game voice acting and localization. So it's this, I don't know, let's pick people from the office to voice our character thing. It's not bad by any means. I like it a lot, but it has this early to mid 90s video game voice acting charm that we come to expect from Lunar, I think. So let's continue here. You can save the game at any time, which is pretty nice for a portable game, right? You can always press the X button and the save menu comes up. You can also see like my game is in German. Here, this is the first time the game got localized into languages that aren't Japanese or English. So we have lots of European languages in this package. And I don't actually want to show you too much of the game. I'm not very far in. As you saw, like I'm like 4 hours in. But I want to show you like this is, maybe I have to refocus here. Sorry, the camera filming a screen is never a good idea, but it's hard to capture video on this. So what I recommend to you is if you get the game, you press the Y button and you go into the system settings. And over here you can turn the post effects off. And I can turn them on and off and you may not even see a big difference here. Let's see, can we see any difference? No, not on the screen, apparently. But all this does, it turns on some like wishy-washy filter at the top and bottom. It doesn't add anything, it just has this extra filter that blurs the edges of the screen. I'm not a fan of that, I turned that off. I want the original pixels as they were. Oh yeah. Another big improvement is, well, the original game also had auto battles, but you can see now it's 1 times speed, 2 times speed, 3 times speed in the battles. The battles can be very slow, so having a 3 times speed option is pretty nice. However, well, like for the purists, you can turn it down to 1 times speed. But I think for the early game now, at least, the auto battle is actually very competent. So I'm simply, let's see, can we adjust this somehow, because I think the picture is rather blurry. It's the best I can do at the moment. I'll try to figure out other filming techniques for the future, maybe. Yeah, I think the auto battle is very competent and pretty nice as well. And when it comes to the post effects, in my opinion, just turn them off. The remastered version, like some of the, as I said, the FMV looks a bit post-production heavy, like with DNR, but I think it's pretty fine overall. What is a problem? Like when you look, maybe we can see it here. Oh, of course, now the little picture of Luna is no longer popping up. The character portraits can look a bit rough because they seem to be the original files and they look a bit grainy. Nothing that ruins the game, but overall not a good look when it comes to the character portraits. I think they could have redrawn these easily. Yeah. These are ports, by the way, of the PlayStation 1 games. Gung Ho, who now owns Game Arts and all the games they developed, they also did the Grandia version and so on, the Grandia 1 and 2 HD collection. Luckily, you know, that was handled by Limited Run Games, so luckily they didn't get their hands on Luna. And it also meant we are getting a European release, as I showed you. Sadly, we never got the chance over here to get the Grandia HD collection, which I'm still pretty mad about. Maybe I'll get like the Korean version or something. that has the English text in a physical form in the future. Let's see, there's a boss here of some kind. So yeah, this is based on the PlayStation 1, or like the Saturn version. I don't know which one it is based on exactly, and not the Mega Drive version, which is pretty sad because I think, let's just try auto battling this one. I think the original Mega Drive graphics have their own charm, and I prefer them in places aesthetically compared to the PlayStation 1 remake. So I would have wished for a version like where you can switch between the graphics. That would have been amazing, having the original Mega CD graphics alongside this remake in a classic and remastered form. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this one. I like playing it on the go. As you see, I'm playing it on my Switch Lite right now, while we're filming the screen here, like no video output on that one. I can play it on the TV. I could, but I'm not going to transfer my save and so on. One problem I encountered, maybe it's because I wanted to play the game with voice acting on the go, so I'm connecting my AirPods to that. So 2 Bluetooth devices the Switch has to connect to in addition, and the battery drain is insane. It lasts like 1.5 hours. As you see in my playtime and my save, I'm 4 hours in. I had to charge my Switch like 3 times so far. So for some reason, I'm not sure if it's because of my AirPods or if it's the game somehow using a lot of power, but battery life is horrible in this game. But I'll do some further testing. That's just my experience at the moment. Okay, you see, auto battle, rather competent. We defeated the boss, amazing. We passed the test, nice, good. Let's go on. But maybe in another video, maybe I'll do an update on this. I'm excited to play it. I'm way more into this than the original but the first version I played, the PSP version. So I'm trying to continue this and then, of course, get into Grandia 2 as well. Thank you very much for watching. I see you in the next video. Bye.